And good afternoon, everyone. I decided to get on to do a short live. My phone has not rang. Um, and yeah, I have a free day today. Get ready to grill in a few minutes. I had the I had the pleasure of lounging around the house today because I don't ever really get that opportunity because I don't have any set days off. Like I have to work all the time, basically. So being able to have a free day and sit at home and fold clothes and grill, cook some of that food I got in the freezer, it's really good. I wanted to get on because I was looking at the video that I did last night and I was passionate. I was sipping on well, not sipping, I basically drank the whole darn bottle. That sweet bitch. I like wines, right? I don't drink wine all the time, but I knew I was gonna be off today. Um, um, but with that sweet bitch, that's the name of it. It's so good. It's so sweet. You'll mess around and drink it like it's Kool-Aid. But I think as far as I'm concerned, it was a good live last night. But I wanted to get on to talk about because I was doing a lot of cussing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus," you know. And I cuss. I'm not a real big cusser, but I real cuss when I get mad, get passionate. Um, but I don't want anyone to take anything personal because people get on and they talk about different things. They voice their opinion. Now I don't let people get on here and push a narrative that I know is a lie. That I can't do that because that'll have my head hurting. But everybody has a right to their own opinion, but I have a right not to allow certain people to push a certain narrative, not at least not over here. But as far as what everybody else is doing, even if I don't agree with what, someone says, as far as anybody else's channel, I can respect those people that truly is in this for Dolph. There are a lot of people that is really in this for him. Okay. I never said that there wasn't. There are a lot of people. I don't expect for people to feel the way that I feel. I have very strong feelings because I live on the outskirts of Memphis now, but being born and raised in Memphis, especially around the same areas that Dolph grew up in, and these young men that are with Dolph, grew up in. I know these areas. I know how impoverished they are. So being a mother myself, being a Memphian myself, seeing how my city has been affected with this crime and is still infected with poverty and crime, I want to see them win because I know the areas that Snoop Bands and the Moochie Grapes and the Key Glocks and the Woo Woos and all of them came from. I know those areas. I grew up around those areas. Even when I moved out of the hood, I moved out when I was 12, moved to a beautiful area. I still had ties because I still had friends and I still got family to this day in those areas. So even though I wasn't in the hood or lived in the hood anymore, I was still around it because I still got family. You see what I mean? So I can identify and I understand what's going on. See, I look at what's going on the internet. The people in Memphis pretty much understand and know what is going on. And I hate these young men have to be at war with each other. I hate that. But a lot of people in Memphis understand really what's going on. The authorities understand what's going on. And I think I get extremely passionate when I see people going left, especially when I know they've been paid, you know, to try and destroy this young man's legacy. And I know oftentimes when you start hearing stuff a lot, you'll start to believe it, especially if you start hearing it a lot. And that is the art of media. Trust me, these people that they hired to do this stuff, they understand that if you say that was one of the arts of war, I forgot, was it Hitler? It was Hitler. That was one of his strategies. If you tell a lie enough in the media, people, or if you say something enough in the media, people will believe it. It don't have to be true. It just needs to sound good. That was one of Hitler's um arts of war, I believe, strategies. I do believe it was Hitler. It was one of them. But that was one of their strategies. And they used that same strategy on us, you know. And as I say, what goes on the social media, it does not necessarily affect the case, but what is going on is people that have not been gotten yet, they hate this young man so much they want to destroy his legacy. They want to see his artist go straight to hell. And with me being a Memphian and a lot of other, you know, because you talk about these street dudes that are out there, they really pretty much know what went on. And they don't necessarily like that because a lot of them don't agree with what has happened to Dolph. They think it was a coward move. And then they see, you know, you hear people around Memphis say, you know, they took this man out like a coward. You're not gonna hear them get on the internet and say that because hardcore street dudes don't necessarily. They're not. If they get on the internet, they're not gonna say nothing. Man, they took that man out like a coward, and now they're trying to take his artist down. Making that coward move just wasn't enough for him. So a lot of people don't even have respect in the city, but they may have necessarily have the money. And I'm not saying who. I'm not pointing the finger at who to continuously try and destroy what this young man has going. His artists are left behind. They're going to have to be the ones to carry the legacy of Pre. They are. You know, they took Dolph out. So Dolph is not here to do it. So it has to be done by his artist. And then when his son gets older, if he goes that route, his son and his daughter, maybe them. But I think, like I said, I can respect the people that's truly in this for Dolph. But I have cousins and stuff that are out in the street. I know, and even with the type of work that I do, I get to hear it on both sides. I get to hear what some of the people on the law side say because I have friends over there because I worked over there, and I get to hear what some of the people on the street say because I got family that's out in the street. So nobody is oblivious around the Memphis area to what has happened to Dolph. But I think it's a shame before God to take this man down and then try to use your resources to destroy his legacy. And that is what is going on when people start putting out all of these stories and things of that nature. And I truly don't believe that a lot of these vloggers speak about this untrue stuff in malice. I don't believe that it's done. The majority of them don't speak about it in malice. It's just a story, but when you start speaking about certain things, especially when it's untrue, that's the people that's what they want. Because they know that even half of the people gonna believe it, half of them not, but they don't care. That's what they want. It starts to cause a lot of division. And I would never I'm not on here to tell nobody what to vlog about, who to like or what to say. I would never do that. You know, I would never in my life do that. It's a lot of people that I respect on here, some I don't. Okay. Simply because the couple that I know what I know, I can't respect that. I can't respect that because I truly want justice for Dolph. When you start taking money to help to destroy this man's legacy, you garbage. But for the most part, I truly believe that there are a lot of people on here that want justice for him. I do. I ain't mad at that. As I've always said before, it has been the people on the outside. That's why a lot of mess is being put into the game now. Well, because people are talking about it too long because Dolph truly got some fans on the outside of Memphis. It was the people on the outside of Memphis that actually kept the attention on Dolph, that actually kept this thing going, that actually made the authorities and the citizens, I mean, the politicians of Memphis, no, y'all ain't gonna get away with this. That y'all were the ones that kept y'all foot on the people's necks. And that's why I've always said I can appreciate the vloggers on the outside of Tennessee that did that because in the beginning, you didn't see a lot of vloggers vlogging about it in Tennessee because these fools was trying to put out hits on everybody. Okay. They didn't vlog about it because the majority of them basically knew what had happened. So it was the bravery of the people on the outside that brought a lot of shame and attention. And these politicians knew that they had to do what they had to do to make sure that there's justice. That's why they working their asses off now. Because these a lot of the vloggers are consistently talking about Dolph, and it's got all eyes are on Memphis. It brought a lot of shame to all of this poverty and all of this crime, and nothing had been done. That's why they're working now. And so, I was looking at one of the young men. I was looking at a post of one of the young men that was allegedly one of Dolph's ops. And he said something to the nature of, um, y- you know, some people lose their favorite rappers. Everybody has lost their favorite rappers. Just stop talking about it and move on. That's what they want. Because the more you talk about it, the more it brings attention to it, and the people can't stop. It's gonna make them have to work. So we appreciate that. I've always said that. I was like, these vloggers outside of Memphis are the ones that brought attention to what was really going on, and it's got their asses shame, and they gotta solve this case. And so the people who really want, who's behind this, I believe, and or who maybe was involved in some kind of way, they're spending having people to put out false narratives. And that's where my passion come from, because it's like, y'all already messed that man out of his life. How can you take a human being's life because of your jealousy, because of your envy, your hate, and now you're trying to destroy his legacy? So that's why I say with a lot of, with a lot of passion. I'm a very passionate person. I'm a very loyal person. That's why I don't have a lot of people around me, because I'm very loyal, and I don't know a lot of people that know how to reciprocate the type of loyalty that I have. It's always something. I'm very strong-willed and strong-minded. And you don't have a lot of people like that. They're kind of bent, and I just kind of chill, other than my people, a few of my friends and my people, that my investigators and stuff. I always roll deep with them. With the type of work we do, we have to be loyal to each other. Okay. But people are always bending for a dollar now. People don't have no loyalty. They don't have no type of love. And so I just kind of pass on a lot of stuff. And I guess I get kind of passionate when I see, people kind of bending, especially when they say they want justice for Doll. I guess I kind of take that person when I shouldn't, because in the end, Dolph is going to get justice. And then people can, even when it's all said and done, whether it's foul or not, people can always do whatever it is he or she wants to do. You know, you have to respect the person's decision on whatever they choose to say or do. I don't have no issues with that. You know, I don't. But I was looking at my live, and some people got on, and they was talking about the OG that got on last night. I actually enjoyed the OG. We was kind of having a little fun with him. I liked his strong will. I didn't agree with everything that he said, but it was a lot of stuff that he said that, it was some things that he said. I he might have been, he might have been going in the right direction on a maybe one or two things, but I still respect that. You know, like I said, I like his passion. He was funny. What he might have been going in the right direction on. I don't care to um talk about. You know, I don't. But a lot of it, OG, you was off. I can't go along with a lot of stuff, especially when there is no credible proof of it. You know, I can't do that. You know, but I want to get on here because, like I said, I really do want justice for Dolph. Just because people have tried to start spinning a narrative about some police officers and things of that nature. There are some police officers, the investigators that's work in this case, especially I know one of them that's one of my very good friends. He wants justice for Dolph. Okay, he do. He's always been a good guy, always. So we can't group everybody together. Nobody is paying. I ain't been hired for the Dolph's case, and even if I was called, and I would, my team would only be called like if the prosecutor's office or I'm the defense team or something like that. We could be contracted through the federal government. We have not been called. I told y'all, Dolph has the best. Dolph got a dream team too. He got the Memphis police investigators and he got the federal government. That's the dream. That's the dream team for real. Okay. So that's why I keep saying justice delayed is not justice denied. I just don't want to see the man. We're so proud of Dolph in Memphis, a lot of us, of just what he stood for. I wish I had learned because I'm not into rap. I wasn't, especially as I got older. I was early on, but seeing and learning about him now, it makes me extremely proud. And then he, walked and lived in some of the areas that I was in sometimes. It makes me extremely proud. So I see what's going on. It's a shame when people are so evil and devilish. You take the man out, now you want to ruin his legacy? I think that's evil on so many levels. Like that's a devil. That's an evil, demonic devil, and the only way that God is gonna have to do something to it. Because I know when God gets you, you got. And by any means necessary, I wouldn't care what God did. That's between them and God. But I just know God is gonna have to deal with that demon or those demons, whoever they are. You know, I don't know who they are. I just know it's some demons working in the background. You take this boy out, now you want to try to destroy his legacy. That's just so evil. I want to see those young brothers win. That's the type of person I am. I've always been that type of person. I want to see a lot of even the unknown rappers, especially if they getting it right, win. This is their means of eating. Some of these young men want it so bad it's ridiculous, and they got the talent. And I want, especially in my city, my hope is that they are redirected to the right people and not the devils. That's going to really show them how to get money without taking advantage of them and making them workhorses and then killing them out or putting them in positions to be taken out with beef. That stuff, it's got to stop. Because there's some folks that's been set up right now to be taken out one way or the other. It's gonna be a government hit or it's gonna be a street hit for retaliation. Because once the government convict them, they're gonna send them to that chair. That's what's gonna happen. Especially if everything starts to come out. Or depending on what they've done in the past, I'll say that. So I'm very passionate because I understand what my city is going through. You know, I hate that this happened. I hate to see these young men that has acquired so much wealth, and those that want the wealth to be. It ain't even worth it. It's not worth it. And even with the end results, and we're not anywhere near the end results because people think it's going to end with straight dropping Cornelius. It's just starting. This is way the beginning. It's just starting. And this man family has to live through this stuff. It's just starting. And they got to live through a lot. Because I don't think this is going to end soon. You know. But I would love to see his artist win because he's got some talented artists, but that's the type of person I've always been, you know. But that's what I was getting on here for, you guys. I want you all to I'm getting ready to get on up. I tell you, that wine had I slept good last night and I didn't have to get up this morning. That wine had me sleeping good. I slept good. But I want you all to I'm gonna have to go buy me some more because I'm getting ready to grill. Y'all, that sweet bitch in the pink bottle is so sweet and good. It's almost like Kool-Aid. And it's real smooth. It just goes right down. But be careful because you'll mess around, drink the whole bottle, and you'll be drunk. Okay. But I want you all to have a really good day. Okay. Be blessed.